Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Advuyad Revival podcast, where we're bringing you all things Iris. Today, we're going to be talking about another one of the short film collections called Unearthing. And talking about them today with me is Joe. Hi, Joe. How are you?
Hi, Taylor. I am feeling great. I've been fed really well at Iris today at Industry Day. It's been a really long one, but I'm excited to talk with you.
Industry Day was great today. Unearthing we saw last night.
Yes, we did.
Which was a collection of 3 Best of British films and then 1 international one, which was Australian.
Yes.
It was very exciting. It was 3 films that I've already seen, but a second watch I feel like gave me a lot more insight. I would say especially with like Sleazy Tiger. I feel like I started like noticing more things. What did you think?
I really thought that this is one of those films where a second watch I think would be necessary because you were able, as a first time watching, when I watched it, I was like, what is going on? And it was really big of a deep dive into what the film was really, really talking about. And then the second time watching it back, you're like, there were so many more undertones and layers to what the director was going for with this. And the jokes, the comedy in Sleazy Tiger, you can't undermine it. It is so, so funny. Flipping heck. You have some of these jokes that just, they make me cackle.
Yeah.
They really made my day, that was.
I know. I feel like I've noticed way more jokes this time around. I don't know if that was just because like the first time it was just like a lot of things all coming at once. And then since I knew it was coming, I could be like, oh, look, there's a little joke there that nobody else noticed for the first time. But that was great. Yeah. I feel like with Two Black Boys in Paradise as well, on the second watch for me, it was admiring the art style more.
Very much so. Oh my God. You notice, I think this animation really does a lot of scenes really well. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I noticed a lot of things in that film. I watched it once and pointed something out and said to my friend, I was like, does that mean something? And they were like, no, it's literally a red herring. What do you mean? And I was like, what? And then there's a whole like other scenes and there's all different little areas that you look at and you're like, there's so much detail that goes into animation and that animation in particular that when rewatching it a second time, you're picking up on it and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It was, yeah. Yeah, no, it's such an intricate design and really beautifully done. With
a fantastic poem as well.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And I think the story came together a lot clearer for me as well. Like it was just like I could focus on how like well crafted the poem was, as well as like how well they were visually representing it. But yeah, it was a really good watch. We also had Sweetheart, which I know you love.
I
know
love
you
Sweetheart. Oh, Sweetheart. Sorry. Oh, it's amazing. This is, for me, one of those films where I just click. When I watched it for the first time as well, I was really just excited to see what was this to become, because it is based in London, 1723, in something called a Molly House. And I was there being like, I've never heard of that. I never thought about going back to the 1700s, and in London especially. So I was there being like, what is this going to be about? And then there's an exploration into this subculture of queerness that really took my fancy.
Yeah.
And then rewatching it again last night, I was there being like, this is why I like it. This is why I like that film. Props to Luke Winter, the director. He's absolutely nailed that, I think. It's absolutely amazing.
It was such a good like group-led film. Like it didn't feel like, it felt like the story was just like, this is an overview of this community. It wasn't even necessarily like this is one person going through it. It's like it just gave you just such a sense of like warmth, I feel like.
And a sense of belonging.
Yeah.
Like we follow one character, but you see so many intertwining different characters and stories of that community and what they had to, what they were doing, but then also what they had to hide and what they just wanted to be. And it's just so Sweetheart. Oh, what a film.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Now, I think my favorite, with which it was a first-time watch.
First time watch for both of us.
Out of this group, was with Love Lottie, which is the Australian film. I loved it. Honestly, I really did.
Speak on it. Why do you love it?
I think it was such a, because it's just about the struggles of dating as a young person, so. But also with the added like complication of Lottie, the main character, being chronically ill, and how that makes her feel.
Yeah.
Like I think that was the important part of it. Like they never needed to be like, this is the exact like thing that's bothering her right now, or this is her exact condition. It was just like, this is a struggle and this is how it affects her life. And it was a really touching, sweet film.
Gosh, yeah.
It was amazing.
It was phenomenal. And I think what I really enjoyed as well was seeing the relationships in the film. So you see the ones with the mother and the sister, and then obviously her best friends, and then her actually going on some dates, which is interesting to see. I just like to say, I'm not going to say anything more, but it was just so sweet. It is. It was. I think it was a beautiful, like, little like overview of a bit of like queer youth as well. I think that's what I really liked about it. Honestly, yeah.
No, it was such a lovely time. Now, all of these films that were in Unearthing were audio described.
Yes.
So audio description is for the visually impaired, for giving them a sense of what's on screen. And so you and I both did the audio descriptions.
Yes, we did.
Because we were intrigued to see what it was like. And we did have some technology difficulties. The staff was very friendly in helping us out there.
Yes.
But yeah, it was very interesting to go through it with the audio descriptions and learn like what how they decided to tell it. I think with across the different films, it was very interesting to see the different styles of the way that they described things. Because some of them were very direct, and then other times it was like almost very like written like a book.
Yeah,
like it was
very much like an audiobook.
But that was a very interesting aspect of all these films.
Yes, it was.
To choose them to be the audio description ones.
Very much so.
And it was very good to see that is actually a opportunity that Iris is offering to make an effort to put audio description on some of their films to give people that opportunity. That's a fantastic thing, and I hope to see more of that in the future.
I do as well.
But yeah, it's been fantastic talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Taylor.
One of the great things about Iris is that we get to talk to a bunch of different directors and writers and creatives. So we're actually going to go to an interview with the director of Sleazy Tiger, James Lay.
I'm James Lay. I'm a playwright and screenwriter, and Sleazy Tiger is my first debut short film.
Alan Cumming? Hi.
What was the writing process of Sleazy Tiger like for you?
The writing process, it was quite fast from like idea to script. Really like a process of taking something quite ridiculous and like giving it a bit more meaning. I'm not saying it's got loads of meaning, but like that was the trajectory.
You seem to have a theme stretching across your bodies of work, sexual exploration in general. Talk a little bit more on that.
Yeah, my theatre work in the last few years has really focused on like sexual awakening, sexual experimentation, and I would say it's kind of sex positive work. And yeah, so I've kind of thought, well, I'll do that in film as well.
You have a very impressive cast for Sleazy Tiger. So I was wondering what the casting process was like.
Yeah, we were really fortunate. It was amazing. I had to get a contact with Alan Cumming, who plays a cameo in the short. I told him I've written him into the script. Would he read it? And he read it. Unfortunately, he loved it and agreed to do it. The rest of the casting, we had amazing casting director Anna Dawson, who did a beautiful job, especially our Alan, not Alan Cumming Alan. The lead character's called Alan. There's a lot of Alans in the film.
Last question. How would you describe your own inner Alan Cumming?
Oh my, I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to channel it. He's such a wonderful person. He's really inspiring to me. Sometimes I'm like, what would Alan do? He's got so much energy as well, like at events and stuff. So it's like, how would he respond to this moment and what would he do? So that's me channeling my inner Alan, yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me.
Pleasure, thank you.
It was really good to hear from James Lay and all the ideas that he put into the film. But thank you so much for watching this episode of the Advuyad Revival podcast, which is brought to you by the Performance and Media students in association with Iris Prize Film Festival here at the University of South Wales.